Welcome everyone to this video presentation about scams in cryptocurrency. This is for my digital assignment 3 in my blockchain and cryptocurrency course. Now, in this video, we'll be looking at a few topics. The first one will be what is a scam in cryptocurrency. Then we'll look at rug pull, which is a type of scam which has been quite common now given the rise of NFT projects and stuff like that. Then we have pump and dump schemes. Then we have phishing scams and fake websites. So just a general overview about what these things are. Now, pump and dump is when people amass a large number of money and the creators just run after that. Phishing is when people are trying to defraud you out of your information and stuff. Websites, fake websites can be anything ranging from denial of service, taking in all your money and not providing a service, or just like stealing your information. Okay, so now what is a scam in cryptocurrency? Now, before that, I'll just like to show this. Yeah, I just like to show this uh, chart where we can see that the number of scams, like the highest number of scams, was during, or the value received in the highest number of scams was during 2019. And like you might think that, yeah, just because cryptocurrencies are rising now, the scams might be happening now. No, it's so first one is like 2019 had a large number of other scams. That means it didn't have any specific scams going on. Whereas when we look at the years like 2021, a specific scam, the rug pull scam, became extremely famous. We also have our like value received. If you look at the like value received by scams versus Ethereum and Bitcoin price. So you can see the Ethereum prices are rising, then your Bitcoin price kind of stabilized and went down a bit, whereas your value received by the scam was highest in this period where both of them were at their peak. So what does this mean? Now, first, like let's go back to this. So what is a scam in cryptocurrency? Now, a scam in cryptocurrency can constitute anything that is meant to defraud you of your own money. That means it can be anything from taking in your money for an NFT project and denying you service. It can be about it can be about also like when a service is promised but that service like is not provided. Like in case of an NFT, when we think about an NFT, right? So what are we getting at the end of the day? We are getting a JPEG which is on the blockchain, correct? Now that's not the only thing about NFTs, because there are certain NFTs projects like the Ape Yacht Club where there are other privileges like having a yacht society and stuff like that. And there's this famous scam called the Big Daddy Ape Yacht Club, which is like a modified version of the first Ape Yacht NFT club. So what they did was they made NFTs. So that's there. It's not like they won't give you the NFT. They will give you the NFT, but after that there are certain promises along with it, like membership to premium services, or like you can buy a specific item on the metaverse, stuff like that. Those promises may not be fulfilled. Now, okay, so now let's look into different types of scams. Then, now our first one is called rug pull. Now, what is the rug pull? The easiest way to explain our rug pull scam will be to one second, yeah. The easiest way to explain a rug pull scam will be when you have okay. So let's say we have this NFT project where they are promising you some extremely lucrative ideas or extremely lucrative options, or like a very overachieving, very high reaching kind of thing. Like let's say if you buy the NFT, they are promising you like 1 acre land on the moon or something like that. Now, generally, when there are such high achieving out goals or ideas behind an NFT or like behind the project, that's when a rug pull has a high chance of opening. Now, what is a rug pull? Think about it like this: a lot of people are investing in this NFT project thinking of that specific thing, like the 1 acre land on moon, or like by the Sea of Tranquility or something like that. Now, a lot of people will be investing thinking about that. many people don't realize this, but NFTs are not just about the JPEG. They're also about the like additional features or like the additional promises that are given along with it. The JPEG is just like a visual contract that I'm part of this. It's like membership card. Now, in a rug pull, what happens? So you will put in all your money, you will get the JPEG out, but at the end of the day, that's the only thing you will get. As soon as you bought the JPEG, the whole community or like the whole creator group will vanish with all your money. That's what's a rough one. Now the most famous one was no, this happens when an NFT project raises a lot of money through short time hype and bluster, and often associating itself with current successful NFT projects. Yeah, so this is the same as this one. So the Board Ape Yacht Club is uh, the Board Ape, the Apes Yacht Club is one of the most well-known, I think, NFT hypes because it was like it it was hyped up to another level. A lot of people, a lot of celebrities bought into it, and there were around 10,000 pieces of NFTs. And as soon as you bought it, like so, with 2.7 million, they just sold you the JPEGs and they left. That's it. So you can often avoid this kind of stuff by using like simple research. You can look into the backgrounds of the people who are making the NFT projects. You can look into stuff like Etherscan to see where the wallet has been, or you can trace like the actions through the wallets. Good NFT project generally has Discord. Now, Discord or any social media presence works for this. So, like the thing about Discord or like the main problem with having just Twitter in case of NFTs is that Twitter also has a problem with bots. So it's not that easy to tell which users are real and which are not. Whereas when you have Discord, there are general most of them are real users because if you have a bot, it has a tag next to it. Now, finally, you should also check the promises made are achievable or not. As I said, so if you if someone's promising you like a 1 acre land on the moon for just like I don't know, 2 Ethereum or 3 Ethereum, it's not possible. So it's not an achievable solution, right? So that means mostly they're lying about it. So you can also check like NFT roadmaps using NFC tools, and or you can just like look at the OpenSea portfolio for them. That's a that's a pretty easy way to avoid NFT rug pull scams. Now, pump and dump scam. Okay, so pump and dump scam is where, let's say there's this new cryptocurrency. Some it's okay. There's this cryptocurrency from like gold coin, something like that. Now, for gold coin, the creators who made gold coin, what they do is they will push up the value of the gold coin by increasing a hype or something like that. So what happens is creators generally keep a huge percentage of whatever cryptocurrencies they're making, right? So pump and dump is like they will push up the value of that gold coin, and as soon as it reaches one of the peaks, or like as soon as it reaches the second peak, they'll dump the whole thing. So let's say your gold coin has a total capacity, like the total trading volume of 3 million tokens, right? And the creators themselves hold on to 1.2 million tokens. Now, as soon as you push it up, the create like it's 3 million tokens, right? So the creators hold more or less of majority share in that token. Now, as soon as you pump it up that much, and the creators dump that amount, they will be able to cash out, right? But think about this: everyone else who will look at that hype. So it's like us. It's like okay, so it's something like this. Now, let's say we are looking at our values and stuff. The creators will like increase hype and stuff, and it will reach our like first peak. Then they will people see that the price is not dropping, so they think that it's a real or legit project. So the hype keeps increasing more, and on this peak, the creators will drop it. The people whoever started the NFT project, they drop it. There will be a steep decline like this is where they drop like the more or less majority share of whatever money they have. So let's just call it majority share. Now, after this drop happens, the investors, everyone else, not just the creators, they will be scared that they are going to lose their money, so they drop it as well. Now, that's where this thing flatlines. The great good example of this kind of thing is the Vase coin token. Vase was this plan on Waze has this plan on Twitch where there's like a bunch of content creators. So what they did is they made this token, they increased the price by hyping it up, and then they just dropped the whole project and they got away with all the money. The main problem with pump and dump schemes is it's not technically illegal, so it's just in bad faith. So you can't actually hold them accountable because they can just be like, it was our money, we can do whatever with it. So unless and until the project itself or like the token itself has a contract, like you can't sell it for 1 month or like 2 months or something like that, they're open about it. You can't actually hold them accountable. Okay, so now NFTs also have the same thing as pump and dump. Now the thing, it's the same way. It works the same way. If you have, if you like, there's like a lot of hype involved, and like they bump up the prices. The group buys it back, and they will bump up the prices. This results in like a fake NFT market. This results in like a fake market of the value increasing, so people think it's a valuable project. That's why more people will get into it. And when a lot of people get into it, they just dump the whole thing and they just go away with the money. Now, on the NFT marketplaces such as OpenSea, you can actually see the NFT transaction, so you can see what all wallets it has been to, and you can also check wallet details on the same OpenSea thing. So if you are noticing some irregularities, stay away from that project. Or if you're working with tokens, look into Etherscan. Etherscan can show you, if it's on the Ethereum network, of course. Etherscan can show you like whatever transactions are going on or whatever transactions are taking place. Most of the time, even if you are using a marketplace, it is possible to check that stuff using Etherscan. That's a good way to stay away from pump and dump scams, but the main problem is that it's not completely legal, so it becomes a bit sketchy after a while. Now, let's look at the next. Yeah, phishing scam. Now, phishing scam is not only new to cryptocurrency. Phishing scam has been going on, or phishing, or whatever, however you pronounce it. This type of scam has been going on for a while, for a long while, because scammers in this type of scams, they generally try to run away with your information rather than just your money. How does this work? They can make use of something like a fake website, or they can lure you in with some overachieving things, and then they will just take your private keys, because many people are not that aware that you're not allowed to share your private keys. They just think it's one of your like it's just the same thing as your public key. That is a problem. So if they go away with your private key, they can just access your accounts and they can access your wallets and stuff. The main problem with phishing scan is it's kind of hard to detect if you're a newcomer to the NFT space, or like if you're a newcomer to the cryptocurrency space. This generally works because of fake websites, right? Now, most people don't actually look at the websites. If you have seen WhatsApp forwards or something like that, they don't look at like Amazon's different URLs, and that is kind of a problem because uh, they can just be like, uh, this is a website. Like whoever is the person, whoever is the victim or the target, they'll just be like, yeah, I saw the website and it looked legit. That's why I bought into it. Now, generally, phishing scam is like a, I won't call, it's not a pump and dump, but it's something similar to it, because you're trying to go with that huge amount of information and then you sell it on darknet or something. And now, for our last type of scam, we have fake websites. Now, fake websites are like, they're like so they work. Okay, so fake websites have two types of problems in them. Now, first of all, what is a fake website? Now, a fake website is generally something which has very recognizable URL, like let's say the Amazon's. The most common one is the Amazon's lucky draw URLs that generally are circulated. Now, the problem with fake websites is for cryptocurrencies, it's generally a well-made website, so it's really hard to tell it apart from like a normal website. Now, what fake websites do is there are two types of scam that take place. One is your this phishing page, and the other one is your straightforward tab. Now, what happens in a phishing page is they will have different details and stuff, or like they can have a form tag or whatever. And in that form tag, they will ask you for different details such as your password, your recovery phrase, and your public key and your private keys, everything related to your wallet. The problem with this is if you're new to the cryptocurrency space, you think this is just a way to connect your wallet to that website. because generally your connection request is just a sign request to your wallet if you're using MetaMask or something like that. But if you're new, you think that this is just a way of connecting. So you might just put in all your details inside those forms and stuff, and this results in phishing attempt. So the problem with this is it's again really hard to recognize. You won't know what a fake website is until and unless like you have received or you like see your data floating on the darknet. It's really hard to see. Now the straightforward theft is simple. They This is like a denial of service. So for straightforward theft, what they do is they generally make up a website which will allow for crypto transactions or marketplace exchange. Then in that, like I how I showed in the pump and dump scheme, what happens is, so yeah, okay. So what happens is, let's say this is your timeline. Now you're trying to withdraw some money. It's an exchange scheme market, right? So you put in some money, you put in some tokens, and you're trying to exchange. It's a small amount. It's like 10,000 or something like that, like this much. Now this is allowed. There's like a limiter like this, which is either based on number of attempts or number of amount. Now let's say you're trying to pull in like 10,000 or something. So this attempt will be allowed, but as soon as after that, like after 1 month or something, you think that yeah, the website is legit, so you put in more money inside the website, or you put in like more tokens inside that market specifically, and then it increases the threshold value. Then when you try after it's gone above the threshold value and you try to withdraw the money, it's not allowed. When that happens, when that happens, the whole website might go off, or yeah, when that happens, the whole website might stop working, or there's a good chance like it just shuts down or something like that, or like your wallet values or like your wallet details will just be like shared online. So the main problem again, the major problem with fake website is that it's exceedingly hard to recognize. Even people who have good knowledge of Web 3.0 might fall for this. So just a good trick of the thumb is look at the URLs and don't go into websites that are not trusted. Again, if even if it has like celebrity endorsements or stuff, try looking at the celebrities page, because sometimes there are fake celebrity endorsements. That's another type of scam. That's another problem with the crypto space. And yeah, that's it for my presentation. Thank you. I hope you like the content, and yeah.